Well, guys, session's coming very fast here in Springfield. There's one thing I want gun owners to know. It's this. JB Pritzker and his allies here in Springfield are out for blood in 2026. Hey, guys, Aaron Dorr here at the Illinois Firearms Association. Session is days away. And as I said, this is going to be a major year in the fight for gun rights here in Illinois. The Democrats are very energized right now. They believe the wind is at their back after the November elections. They watched New York State elect a Muslim commie, Zohran Mamdani, as mayor of New York City. And they watched hundreds and hundreds of county and city elections all across the country that took place last November, not here, but elsewhere, all go for the Democrats. And they are convinced now that it's safe for them politically to move very hard and very fast attacking our gun rights, even though it is an election year. So this may be a normal year where gun control bills happen in the last 48 hours of session, but it may happen very early on purpose, designed to overwhelm our ability to get the word out amongst gun owners. So I'm going to break down these four bills for you guys. But first, there is a little bit of good news. I know it's rare, but there's a little bit of good news. Not every Democrat in Springfield is comfortable trying to push Pritzker's gun control agenda. There are Democrats in swing seats, folks who won by a very small margin last time, who would very much prefer just avoid guns entirely this year. Not because they're good on guns, not because they've changed their mind. They're commies. They hate you. They hate me. They hate the Second Amendment. It's just because they're nervous. And this hesitation is going to give us an opening if we can stand together and get loud and exploit it. So that's our target. And these are the four major bills that we're watching in 2026. To be clear, there's more attacks coming, but these are some of the top four we're aware of right now that our sources tell us will be coming this session. First, we have House Bill 43. This is the civil liability insurance mandate. Now, technically, this bill only creates a task force to study whether or not Pritzker should force us to have civil liability insurance as a condition of applying for a FOID card. But of course, since His Eminence gets to select the members of this task force, we all know what they're going to recommend. I mean, these people, they're such bastards. We have criminals running wild across the state. We have a governor who does all he can to stop ICE from deporting violent foreign invaders, but they have plenty of time to come after us and try to mandate we have civil liability insurance to apply for a FOID card. You know, and make no mistake, even if we could buy it, what's going to happen is after the law takes effect, the Department of Insurance will then move to make it illegal for companies to sell the coverage in the first place. That's what happened in New York State. That's what happened in Washington State. And it's going to happen here as well. And even if all of that didn't happen, we all know criminals won't abide by this. They don't follow any of the rest of the gun control laws that we have. So it's one more gun control law that only impacts us. It's on the books right now in New Jersey. It's moving in Washington State and New York State right now. And Pritzker wants to copy it here in Illinois. So watch closely for House Bill 43. Then we have House Bill 3320. This may be the worst bill I've ever heard of, like in my entire life. House Bill 3320. This bill has dozens of co-sponsors. They were added on since we adjourned last session. They're being added on all fall. And it requires gun manufacturers here in Illinois to pay for a new permit, and their share, their cost of that permit is equal to the cost of gun violence in Illinois, sarcasm intended, divided by the number of guns they sell. So what that looks like in real life is in the bill, the state of Illinois says that it costs $750 million to deal with, quote unquote, gun violence every year. And so a manufacturer who then manufactures X number of guns per year, you have to pay that percentage of that $750 million. It's absolutely extortion. I mean, Capone would be so proud of the kind of laws that are being proposed here. And if you don't pay your share of this cost to get your permit, manufacturers will be fined millions of dollars per year. It's clearly designed for one reason: to drive manufacturers out of Illinois for good. And then on the retail side, any gun owner who sells a gun from a manufacturer who does not have this new permit will get fined $10,000 a day. Now, as crazy as this is, I've got nowhere near the worst part, because the really nasty part is where the freaking money goes. The money goes to deal and study the impact of gun violence, again, quote unquote, because guns don't commit violence. And that literally includes paying the criminal who got shot in the midst of robbing or murdering somebody in Illinois. We'll literally pay for their medical care, their physical therapy, their rent, their transportation to and from therapy under this bill. They're the rapist, and we have to pay for it. It's insane, but it's rapidly gaining ground with new co-sponsors coming very, very quickly. This will be a priority bill for Pritzker in 2026. Third, we have House Bill 1177. It's not nearly as exciting, but equally as enraging. It's an 11% sales tax hike on the sale of all firearms and ammunition in Illinois. Major tax hike. And like the previous bill, the real question is always where the money goes. And get this, in this case, this is House Bill 1177, the money goes to employ Pritzker's loser friends in think tanks to study gun violence. Hey, Pritzker, I'll tell you for free what causes the violent crime problem we have right now. I'll do it for free. It's very simple. Number one, our bail reform laws. We can't hold predators in jail after they've been arrested. Number two, liberal prosecutors and judges who let these thugs plead out on almost everything and give them minimal jail time. And number three is your inability as the governor to govern our cities. So the thugs pretty much run the place. Everyone knows it. So we all stay the hell out of the cities. Thank God ICE has done something to make it a little bit better. That's number three. And of course, number four, your policies which disarm many of us and make it hard for us to defend ourselves. But of course, you're not going to address this, Pritzker, because you're a trash ball Dem who hates us and you want to protect criminals, because then you'll use the crime they commit to justify even more gun control. And last but not least, man, I'm getting pissed. Last but not least, House Bill 1398. This might not be as nasty as some, but in some ways, I think it's far worse than most of the gun control bills we're going to face this year. This bill requires pediatricians to question our children about whether or not we have guns in our home. Do your parents have guns? How many guns? How are they stored? Where are they stored? Now, maybe you think to yourself, well, that's not going to happen because I'll be with my kid. What about at school? What about at school? And of course, these people are all mandated reporters, so we all know what's going to happen if our kids give the wrong answer, right? I don't know. I just miss the days when doctors just freaking dealt with illnesses, not tried to become all things to all people, especially raging leftist liberal commies. So here's the bottom line. Pritzker and his allies want to move these bills early before we have time to react. But we do have these Dems who are worried right now in these swing seats. They do not want votes on gun control this year. They don't want the phone calls, the headlines, the emails, and they don't want a bunch of pissed off gun owners coming after them, politically speaking, for the humor impaired in November. This is our leverage, but only if we crank up the heat big time on these people. We can defeat these bills. We stopped them before. Two of them are brand new. The first two were around last session. If we stand together, get loud, apply real pressure. That's what we do here at the Illinois Firearms Association every single day. Get involved in this fight. Number one, hit the link below and fire off your pre-written email to your senator and your state rep and tell them to vote no on these bills and remind them they're going to pay for every inch of ground they try and take from us. All you have to do is put your name in there and your address, and it goes right to your senator automatically. It takes about 5 seconds. The email is pre-written for you. Put your name in there, hit the go button. If you can, chip in $10, $20, whatever to help us. We're trying to mobilize a massive number of people right now through text, email, direct mail, digital ads, and it adds up in a big hurry. So help us if you can. And to join up as a member today, go to joinilfa.com or our main website, IllinoisFirearmsAssociation.org. Guys, it's day one. Get loud and stay loud. Much more coming in the days ahead.